Hi, good day everyone. Today we're going to be doing CSEC Maths Paper 1, Section 9, which is your vectors and matrices. And this year, the years that we're going to do is 2024 to May, June 2017. Anything before, anything after, May, June 2017, vectors and matrices did not come in Section 2. Right? Sorry, Paper 1. Right, so the first year, May, June 2024, Paper 1, Section 9, number 27 to 30. Right, let's start this question. Given that A is this, then 3A is equals to, we know that 3A would mean that we have to multiply by 3 by each element. 3 multiply by 1, 3 by 3, 3 by minus 3, 3 by 3, 3 by 0, and 3 by 5. So it's 3, 9. So you're looking for something like 3 and 9, right? 3 3s are 9, so you're looking for negative 9. So we're looking for 3, 9, and negative 9. The only one is A. The determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix is... The determinant of a 2 by 2 identity matrix is 1. If it was a singular matrix, it would be 0, right? So the answer is A. I mean B. Sorry, my bad. P minus Q, that's 3 minus minus 2 would be 3 minus minus 2, and 7 minus 5. 3 plus 2 is 5. 7 minus 5 is 2, so the answer would be C. Right, this one, RW, expressed in terms of U and V. So RW was here. They told you that R is the midpoint of YZ. Right, so first off, let's find out what is RW. So we start with R. R is here. So we're going from R to Z plus Z to W. Now we know that opposite parallel vectors going in the same direction, but we're going in this direction. This is also V. So RZ, this is going in this direction. So RZ is going in the same direction as XW, right? So this would be a half of V plus, we're going in the opposite direction. So we're not going Y to Z, we're going Z to W, so that would be minus U. That would be A. So the answer is A for this one. Alright, and that would be the end of May, June 2024. Let's go at January 2024. January 2024, Paper 1, Section 9, number 27 to 30, which is your matrices and vectors. This one is a repeated question. You'll see this repeating a lot. 3, that's P minus 2Q. So first of all, Q is equals to minus 2, 5. 2Q would be minus 4, 10. Right? So P, which is 3, 7 minus 4, 10. Right? 3 minus minus 4, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7, and 7 minus 10 is minus 3. 7 minus 3 is C. Right? Item 28 refers to the following diagram of a parallelogram in which EF is parallel to HG and EH is parallel to FG. EF is equals to K and EH is equals to M. EG, so we're going from E to G, is expressed in terms of K and M. So then let's just do this. F to G is M, and then E to F is parallel to HG, so this one is also K. So if you want EG, we're going from E to H and then H to G. That's K, M plus K. Okay. Yeah, M plus K, or K plus M is equals to A. Okay. So this one we went from E to F and then F to G. So E to F is K and then F to G is M. Right? Let's look at that. If X is XY is equals to 4 by 10, 20, what then the values of X and Y? So we multiply 4 by 10 is so they're saying F5X and 5Y 5x is 4 by 10 is 40, and 5 by y is 4 2 is 8. That's 80. Right? So x would be 40 divided by 5, which is equals to 8. So you look for that. The answer is B. Right? You could find for y is 80 divided by 5. You will get 16. Right? Item 30 refers to the following matrix 2, 1, 7, 4, given that the inverse of A is given by. So the inverse is 1 over AD minus BC by D on top here, A at the bottom minus B minus C. That is the formula for your determinant. That's 1 over 4 2 is 8 minus 1 7 is 7. So that's 1 over 1. And then you interchange 4 on top here, 2 at the bottom minus 1 minus 7. Right, that is D. That is the answer for this one. And that would be the end of January 2024. Now we're going to be doing May, June 20. Alright, so let's go May, June 2023, paper 1, section 9, number 27 to 30, which is vectors and matrices. If A is that, then the order is, we know that order is row. Take my time when I'm writing. It's row by column. The number of rows 1 2 3, and number of columns 1 2 3 4. So it would be 3 by 4. So that would be C. If P is that, then this means your determinant. Right? When you see P with the 2 slashes, is your determinant, which is A D minus BC. That's 8 5s of 40 minus 6 7s of 42. 42. So the answer is negative 2, so it is B. Right? Item 29 refers to the following vectors. Right? P and Q. If I'm subtracting, so that's 3 minus minus 2, and then 7 minus 5. That would be 3 4 5. That is 5. And 7 minus 2 is 7 minus 5 is 2. So that's 5 2, which is C. Item 30 refers to the following diagram OLM, in which R is a midpoint. OR is A, and OR, that's right here, it's going from O to R, is A, and OT is B. Now, because this is a midpoint, now we could say RL is also A, and TM is also B. Okay? Just for some knowledge. If I want RM, so we're starting at R and ending at M, that's RO plus OM. RO is the opposite of OR, so that's negative A plus OM. This is O to M is 2B, right? So that's 2B. So you can put 2B minus A, or that's what they have here. So the answer is B, 2B minus A, right? And that's how you would do this question. And that is the end of May, June 2023. We're going to start on January 2023, paper 1, section 9, which is vectors and matrices, number 27 to 30. Let's look at this. If the determinant is 0, then it is a singular matrix. Right? A singular matrix, the determinant is equals to 0. If it was identity matrix, it would be 1. A non-singular matrix is any other number other than 1 and 0. Right? An inverse matrix, that has nothing to do with that. If A is this, then the order of it is, this is a repeated question. This is 3 rows by 4 columns. So C would be your answer. Your order is always row by column. Right? If vector P and Q is this and this, then minus P minus 2Q. So that's minus 3 2 minus 2 by Q, which is negative 1 4. That's minus 3 minus 2. That is negative 2 by negative 1 is positive 2. Negative 2 by 4, 4 2s are 8. That's minus 8. This would be minus 1, and 8, 9, 10 minus 10. Right? So the answer is D. Right? Item 30 refers to the following diagram of OLM, in which R is the midpoint of OL. Further, vector OR is okay. Vector OR is 3A minus 2B. So this is also, RL is also 3A minus 2B. Right? And OM is 2a plus 3b. Vector Lm is referred in terms of a and b is, I typed this down, is this correct? I guess so. They want L to M. So because we know this was in this direction here, we're going in opposite. So we want OL. Right, first off, OL would be these two well, you're adding these two. 3a and 3a is 6a. Minus 2b and minus 2b is minus 4b. Right? So we're going from L to O plus O to M. Right? O to L is 6a minus b. So L to O, you multiply this by negative 1. So LO would be negative 6a plus 4b. Right? So negative 6a plus 4b plus OM, which is 2a plus 3b. Right? Group like term 6a plus 2a plus 4b plus 3b. This is negative 4a and 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 7b. So it would be 7b minus 4a, and the answer is B. Right? And that would be the end of January 2023. Now we're going to go in May, June 2022. Right? Excuse me. Then no want to know this is 3a. We did this already. So similar. This would be, we're looking for 3, 9, and negative 9. That's A so far. That's the only one that has negative 9. So the answer is A. This one here, the determinant of a 2 by 2 identity matrix is 1. 0 is a singular matrix. Negative 1 would be a non-singular matrix, right? Then item 29 refers to the following vectors P and Q. What is P minus Q? That's 3 minus minus 2 and 7 minus 5. This would be 5 and 2 on the bottom. Right, that's C. Okay, item 30 refers to the following parallelogram. Alright, XY, XY is U, so this is also U, and XW is V, so this is also V. R is the midpoint of this. We did something similar to this. They want to know what is R, W, R. WR, so it's starting at W, so WR is going to be WZ plus ZR. R. Yeah? This would be U plus a half of negative V. Why negative V? Because we're going in the opposite direction, right? So U minus a half V, U minus a half V is A. And that would be the end of May, June 2022. Let's look at January 2022. January 2022, paper 1, section 9, numbers 27 to 30 is just 3 questions. Let's look at this. Item 27 refers to vectors P and Q. What is P minus Q? We did this. This is a repeated question. It would have been 5 on top. You know what? Let's just do it. That's 3 minus minus 2 and 7 minus 5, which would be 7 minus 2. 7 minus minus 2 is 7 plus 2, which is 5. So, sorry, 3 minus minus 2 is 3 plus 2, which is 5. 7 minus 5 is 2, so it'll be 5, 2, so the answer is C. This one here, item 28, refers to the following diagram of a parallelogram, which EH is parallel to GHG and EH is parallel to FG. We know that EF is K, so therefore HG would also be K, and EH is M, so FG would also be M. Look at the direction as well, okay? So they want E to G, we're going from here to here, that's E to H, so EG would be EH plus HG, or you could have said EF plus FG, that's K plus M, that is A. Alright, then this one, we did this one, this is a similar question. We got if I'm not mistaken, the answer was x is 8 and y was 16. Let's see, 5 by 8 is 40, which is 4 by 10 is 40, and 5 by 16 is 80, and 4 by 20 is 18. So the answer is B. Right? Item 30 refers to the following matrix. The product matrix, the matrix product of A, B, X to multiply this. Okay. This is, they say, it's a 2 by, this is 2 rows by 3 columns, and this is 3 rows by 2 columns. Right? So we know it's a 2 by 2 matrix as a resultant. So it's E11, E21, no, E column 2, 1, 2, and this is E21, and this is E22. Right? So E11 is row 1 by column 1. E11 is equals to 1 by 3 plus 3 by 2 plus negative 3 by 0. That's 6. That's 6 plus 3 is 9. So not this, not this. So you get 9 here. Right? Excuse me. Then we're going to look at the one that is different is 8 in this position. So E12 would be row 1 by a second column, 1 by 0 plus 3 by 1 plus negative 3 by 5. That is 3 minus 15, which is 12. So the answer would be D. Right? You're looking for negative 12, and that's what we got here. So that is how you would do this question. You don't need to multiply the entire thing. You're just looking to see where it's the only ones that are different is your first row by your first column. That's this here. And then your first row by your second column. So if you could get these two, you should be good. Okay, let's look at the next one. That is the end of January 2022. Let's look at May, June 2021. Paper 1, Section 9, which is Vectors and Matrices, number 27 to 30. They want the order of this. This is 3 rows by 4 columns. That's C. The determinant of our identity matrix is 1. We know if it was a singular matrix, it would be 0. Right? P minus 2Q, that's 3 minus minus 2, and then 2 minus 4 2s are 8. Right, so that's 3, that's 5, and 2 is minus 6. So the answer is D. Right, item 30 refers to the following diagram of OLM, which R is the midpoint of OL, and T is the midpoint of OM. Determine OR and OT. OR is A. We did this question. This is also A, this is B, and this is also B. Express RM, we want R to M. That is RO plus OM. RO is the opposite of A, so that's negative A, right? Plus OM, which is 2B. So that would be A. Right, and that is the end of May, June 2021. Let's look at January 2021. Paper 1, Section 9, number 27 to 30. Excuse me, 27 to 13. Section 9 is vectors and matrices. If that 2 slashes means your determinant. If your determinant of A is equal to 0, then A is a singular matrix. Right? The order of this is 3 rows by 4 columns. Right? Next one. We did this question already. So this is so that's minus 3 minus 2 minus 2 minus 2 minus 4 by 2 is 8. Alright, am I doing this correct? Yeah. This would be minus 3 plus 2 is minus 1 and minus 10. We did this question already. The answer is D. Alright. Item 30 refers to the following diagram of OLM in which R is the midpoint of OL, T is the midpoint of OM, OR is A, so RL will also be A. It's going in this direction. OT is B, so therefore TM is also B if we ever need it. You want LM, so you're starting from L going to M. LM would be LO plus OM. We know that OL is 2A, but we're going in the opposite direction, so it's minus 2A plus OM, which is plus 2B, right? They have 2 in common, so you factorize it out. 2 open bracket minus A plus B. You're looking for negative A, so that would be D. Right, and that is the answer for this, and that is the end of January 2021. Now we're looking at January 2020 paper paper 1 section 9, which is vectors and matrices, number 27 to 30. P minus Q, we did this question. 7 minus 5 is 2, so it's C. But we could check it. 3 minus minus 2 is 3 plus 2, which is 5, and 7 minus 5 is 2, so it's C. This one, item 28, refers to a Venn diagram of a parallelogram EF, and the parallel to EF is parallel to HG, so this is also equals to K, and EH is parallel to HG, right? That's this one, which is M. EG expressed in terms of K and M, E to G is E to H, E to H plus H to G. Because we're going in, that's K plus M plus K or K plus M, so it would be E. Right? Number 29, we did this question already. We got X is 8 and Y was 16. This one, we got this one, and we said that, yes, it was the starting one was element for the resultant matrix, the 2 by 2 matrix, element 1 was 9, so it was not this, and it was not this, and element row 1 by column 2 was 3 minus 15, which was negative 12. So it would have been A, and not this. So the answer for this is A. Right, and that is the end of January 2020. Let's look at May, June 2019. Paper 1, section 9, which is vectors and matrices, number 27 to 30. Right, a 2 by 2 matrix. Two matrices A and B are conformable for multiplication. Right? This conformable, we should know the number of columns in A is equal to the number of rows in B. That would be it. Both matrices are of the same order, not necessarily. Both matrices are rectangular. Okay. The number of rows in A is equal to the number of columns in B. That is not what we check. We always check the number of columns in your first matrix and the number of rows in your second matrix to make sure that they're equal. The determinant of identity matrix, it is 1, right? 0 would be incorrect. That is a singular matrix, right? This one, P minus 2Q, we did this already. I think, I don't want to guess the answer, but that's 3 minus 2, and 2 minus 4 2s are 8. Right? That's 5 and minus 6. 5 and minus 6 is D. This one here, item 30, refers to the parallelogram. XY is parallel to this one, so this is U, and this is V. Let's look at what they're asking with WR. So asking WR would be WZ plus ZR. WZ is U plus ZR would be a half of negative V, which would be U minus a half V, U plus minus a half V, which would be A. Right? And that would be the end of May, June 2019. Let's look at January 2019. Right, let's look at this question here. Right, the determinant is equals to 0, so therefore it's a singular matrix. The order of the matrix for XY. Right, so this is, it's XY, so this is 2 rows by 3 columns, and this is 3 rows by 2 columns. The order will be the resultant matrix will be a 2 by 2. Remember, we always check to see if this is equal, and your resultant matrix would be a number of rows. Your first matrix by a number of columns, and your second matrix, which is a 2 by 2, that's A. Right, number 29, that's minus 3 minus 2 minus negative 2 minus 4 2s are 8. Right, that is 3, negative 3 plus 2 is -1, and -10. So the answer is D. This one here, let's see. Item 30 refers to a parallelogram in which the parallelogram R is the midpoint of that. Based on the information, ZR, ZR, right? Are we going? Okay. So this is parallel to this, and this is parallel to this, right? If we're going from, it will go from Z to Y plus Y to R, right? So you're looking at, is ZR right? Right. Now, ZY, we don't have no Z's here. So we're going to be looking at what is parallel to ZY? WX. So we're looking at WX, right? We're not doing no half of WX. Anything that has a half of WX will be incorrect, right? A half, no, so there's WX, and then we're going, we are going from Y to R, right? Which would be a half. Oh, sorry, I was looking at this. This does not have X, so we're going to be looking at this. Right? So did they go in this direction? Okay, no. So WYR is parallel to this. So we're looking at plus, let's look at it. It's a half, so the half is correct. But YZ, if it is RY, it's going in this direction. No. It's going in this direction. Sorry. So that means this question is strange. But anyway, YR would be, if it's going in the opposite direction, it would be a half, because we're going from W to Z. That's the opposite of direction of Y to R. So that would be plus negative a half WZ. So the answer would be B, not this one. Right? And that would be the end of January 2018. We only have one more year, which is May, June 2018. Right? May, June 2018, paper 1. May, June 2018, paper 1, section 9, 27 to 30. Oh my god, it's blurry. What is the order of Q? That's 3 rows by 4 columns. So 3 by 4. The determinant of P. Oh, the determinant of this P. Sorry. Right? That's 8 by 5 is 40, minus 6 by 7 is 42, which is minus 2, so the answer would be B. Right? The vectors P, that's 3 minus 2. I multiply this by 2, and then I have 2, subtract 4 2s are 8. So this would be 5 minus 6. And I believe this is the last question, so let's look at it. Okay. They want ZR. So you're going from, so first off, let's look at the directions that they're going in these answers, right? They're going from W to X, so we're going in this direction here, right? All of them is WX. Yes, WX, right? And then we're going W to Z. Am I going W to Z, W to X, W? So these are the things that's the directions of the arrows, right? So if I want, using the answers, that's how I know the directions, right? If I want ZR, that would be Z to Y plus Y to R. Now, Z to Y is the same direction of W to X because they're equal. So this would be WX plus YR, it's going in the opposite direction, so it will be minus, and because R is the midpoint, it will be minus a half y x, and the side that is opposite that would be WZ, so minus a half WZ, right? So the only answer for that is WX. Is this plus? WX Okay, so anything that the, no, not this one, not this one. It's not minus wx, so it's not this one, so it has to be e. And that is how you would do this question. That is the end of the vectors and matrices past paper questions from 2024, May-June to May-June 2018. Anything before after May-June 20, sorry, before May-June 2018, like January 2018, you will not get vectors and matrices, right? So that is the end of this lecture.